After personally making money with every single side hustle out there, today in this video, I'm gonna show you and rank the best, the worst, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm gonna show you how you can actually get started with the best business model out there, and it's going to be free to get started. So here's the rules to ranking the side hustles that I'm going to be using, and essentially I'm going to be ranking only online business side hustles. It has to be an online model that you can do from anywhere in the world. No flipping houses, mowing lawns here, something that you can do from your laptop. The second rule is I have to either personally made money from it or brokered it or consulted on this type of business model, meaning I have some personal experience. And number three is, I'll be honest, I hate low margin businesses. I hate trends that die fast. And then last but not least, this needs to be a long-term evergreen business, meaning it's been around for a while and I see that it's going to be around for the future. Now let's dig in and start ranking the best side hustles to start. Starting off with AdSense. This is one of the biggest ways and one of the most popular ways to actually make money online. And the good thing about it is it's fairly passive. Essentially, the way AdSense works is you build a content website, you drive traffic, mostly through SEO, and then Google pays you when people click on the ads. Now, there's a lot of ad networks out there. It's just Google AdSense is one of the biggest, and it has a little bit of a lower entry point to actually get started. Places like Mediavine or other ad networks can have a higher threshold, meaning you need to generate some seriously huge amounts of traffic before you're able to get on their network. They're gonna pay you higher ad rates and ad clicks than AdSense, but in general, AdSense is one of the best places to start. Now, that's the good side is it's fairly easy to get started. It is pretty passive, meaning you don't have to actually have customers. But let's look at the downsides. Now, the downside to AdSense, to make any real money, you need massive amounts of traffic. And essentially, one big algorithm update can take your website and move it from making $1,000 or $10,000 a month to making nothing overnight. And then the RPMs, the revenue per thousand, can be painfully low depending on the type of niche. So when you're getting into AdSense, you really need to consider these factors. What sort of niche are you in, and how are you actually going to drive traffic and drive it consistently over a long period of time? And then if you're driving and able to drive this much traffic, is AdSense the best business model to actually monetize it? So that's why I'm gonna rank AdSense on the C tier, because you can definitely make money with this, but the main thing I've seen is the people who are able to drive massive amounts of traffic can monetize it in a better way. Meaning AdSense could be a good way to actually add traffic and add money to a already monetized business, but I wouldn't say it's the best way to get started. And since I've seen so many sites get turned around upside down overnight, that's why I'm putting down the C tier. It works, you can make money, and you can make money while you sleep, but there's typically better ways to monetize that traffic through your own products, through other affiliate marketing channels. And that leads us to our next tier, which is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is where you essentially promote somebody else's product, you drive traffic to their offer, and get a commission when people buy it. So when you're doing affiliate marketing, one of the biggest models out there is Amazon Affiliate Network. It's the biggest affiliate network out there. It's one of the easiest to get started, and basically to be eligible, you just need to put these affiliate links on your site, get people to click it, and then what's cool about Amazon is you get the commissions for anything they buy. So if they click your link on your website where you're reviewing office chairs, but they buy a TV, they buy a lawnmower, or like a robot vacuum, if that's within the certain cookie limit, you'll actually get a commission on all the crazy stuff they buy. And so this is why a lot of people are attracted to the Amazon affiliate marketing business model. So you essentially promote somebody else's product, drive traffic to their offer, and get commission when they buy it. There's a lot of affiliate networks out there. There's Commission Junction, Amazon's, or you can just go the route of actually working with companies directly. So the reason I like it is there's no product, no customer service, just marketing, and there's bigger potential if you know SEO, YouTube, or paid ads. So Amazon affiliate and affiliate marketing is always going to be a way that you can actually make money. The problem with Amazon affiliate is you really need to learn how to drive traffic, and the downside is they really tend to cut rates. I've seen them cut commission rates on products by half overnight. So you wake up one day and your profit has been cut in half. So this is why it's good to have Amazon affiliate as an option, but you also need to explore other affiliates out there. So the pros to Amazon affiliate is their conversion rates are so high. They convert at like 10 times more. So even with that 50% or 100% cut, they might actually outperform and convert better than somewhere like Walmart or Commission Junction. Just think about it. Like most households in America, they have at least like 2 or 3 credit cards in their Amazon account. They click it once, they have Amazon Prime, and that's why it converts so much better than all these other marketplaces and other things to check out, because the process is pretty clunky. I don't know why other businesses don't make their checkouts as seamless. So in the end, Amazon affiliate or just affiliate marketing in general is going to be a B tier. I think it's a great way to make money. But when you're going out there and looking for affiliates, what I would suggest is finding an affiliate commission structure that's going to pay you for lifetime and pay you recurring. So there's some really good options out there for this, but you really need to figure out what you're going to do and how they're going to keep paying you. And the reason that recurring is so important is because it's better to sell things once and get paid for it every single month. If you guys like that part, you're going to love this. I'm giving away my best-selling book for absolutely free, and here's how you can get the audiobook in just a few seconds. Inside this book is the same techniques I've used to work abroad in paradise in more than 100 different countries. And the best part, this strategy hasn't just worked for me, it's helped hundreds of thousands of people earn more, work less, and travel the world. I'll leave a QR code here where you can get the audiobook for free with a free 30-day Audible subscription. Next up, we have Amazon FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon. That's going to be one of the biggest business models. And essentially, I would typically tie this in with e-commerce, but I'm going to separate them because they are a little bit different. Amazon FBA is essentially you sell physical products through Amazon. They handle the storage, the shipping, the returns, and they also do some of the marketing, but you handle the sourcing and some of the marketing. So you kind of split that, but you can market through Amazon directly, or you can run external ads to your products. But there's a lot of reasons people sell on Amazon, because if you have a good product, you get good reviews and sales, well, honestly, they'll kind of take care of you. They'll push you to the top of the search engine. Now, the things that I don't like about Amazon is you have a lot of platform risk. They can change their fees, they can make marketing a little bit more expensive, and they can just ban you for whatever reason. You know, some policies can change internally where they're like, we're not going to allow your product. Your whole business model could be gone overnight. That's why I think it's good to always use Amazon, but not have it as your main primary source. You should be able to figure out a way where you can also make money from the same products. So margins could be squeezed pretty fast. And so that's why I'm going to give Amazon FBA a D tier. It's super cash intensive, meaning you need to reinvest almost all that profit back into the business. And so the reason that it's so painful for a lot of business owners is they don't get that profit until they actually exit it and sell it to somebody else. And so this could be tough because it's really hard to make money, but you can really grow fast on Amazon. It's gotten a lot more competitive now with all of these people in China, with all the tariffs out there. That's why I give it a D tier. Next up, we have apps. So if you've ever downloaded an app in the Google or the iPhone iOS store, or you're probably using an app right now like YouTube to watch this, well, there's a lot of ways to make money through apps, but I think it's not that great of a business model for a lot of reasons, but let me explain. Essentially how it works is you build a mobile app and then you put it in the Google or the iPhone Play Store, and you're able to get subscriptions or get it monetized through ads. And it has massive scale potential. You build it once, you sell it around the world. The problems with this is it's super competitive. You need to give Apple and Google a bit of a cut from all the profit you make. Now, the biggest issue I see with the App Store is unless you have the skill set to code and develop apps, it can be extremely expensive to maintain it. What I want you to do is go into your phone now, just click how many of your apps need to actually have an update. Now, I've owned software businesses where I haven't updated anything for 12, 24 months. So I haven't needed any developers, haven't needed to pay anything, but apps, it seems like they're pushing updates like every week, every month, or every few weeks, and it can get really expensive if you can't do this yourself. So the other issues I have with the apps is it's really competitive. You have to give a big cut over to Apple or Google, and it's just really hard to make it. Only like, less than 1% of apps are actually profitable. And a lot of times the most successful apps don't make money. So unless you have a really big audience where you can drive this, where you can drive people to your app and get them on a recurring subscription model, it's going to be pretty hard to make this work. So that's why I give apps a F tier, because it's super expensive. It's not the most profitable way. And in general, I think it's better to make a website first, get it profitable, get it monetized. And then if you really have that much more profit, you can try testing it with an app. Next up, we have one of the most controversial ways to make money online, and this is dropshipping. And again, it probably gets a bad name. I got started with dropshipping, and that's been one of the most recurring themes I've seen is a lot of entrepreneurs I know got started with dropshipping. They learned a lot about how to make money, how to drive traffic, And it is a business model that can make money, but most people just don't do it correctly. The biggest issue I see with dropshipping is 90% of people are selling the same products. There's nothing unique about them. The only unique thing they have is in the marketing of those products. So if you are competing on that, you're going to be basically coming down to competing on the price to acquire a customer. And this can be super difficult when shipping times are so high, you don't actually own the product, and there's a lot of fads that you're having to jump to. So basically you get a product working for a few months, it fizzles, and then you have to go through this burn and churn from finding new products. So if you are going to get in dropshipping, I think you need to go really high product, high value, something around $2,000 to $3,000. Make sure that it's something that you're going to not have a lot of seasonality on, but something that you can get people their product in a meaningful time. If somebody's spending $10,000, if it takes a few weeks to get to them, that's likely going to be okay. If you're selling jewelry or clothes, something that has low margins and low price, people are going to be upset. They usually want those things a lot faster. So that's the thing that I've seen is dropshipping, have a unique product, have some sort of agreement with the manufacturer of those products where, hey, maybe you can only sell it through them, or you have some exclusivity, or they at least make sure that they're implementing and monitoring how low people can sell. A lot of times with dropshipping, your distributor is going to set a benchmark for how low you can sell the product, and it's only going to be good if they're actually enforcing it, because you don't want to see your competitors selling it for a lower price. So this is why I'm going to give dropshipping a F tier, just because you can make money with it, but in general, I think it's just one of the worst business models out there. It requires a lot of ad spend, and that's why a lot of people fail, because running ads is really expensive, really time consuming, and a lot of times there's just better business models to put this effort into. Next up is e-commerce, and when I say this is where you're actually selling unique products through your own store, like via Shopify or through a WordPress website. This is a classic online store. You source and manufacture your own products, store them, and sell them direct to consumers. You own the brand, the list, the website, everything, and the margins if done right. It's a little bit harder than people think. Inventory, returns, supply chain, a lot can go wrong. And we've seen just how much this industry can get turned upside down with tariffs, with COVID, with all the manufacturing. So what I suggest is if you're able to do this correctly, if you can manufacture the items in the same country, you can actually control a lot more of the product. So think about it like this. When you create the product to how it gets to the customer, if you can control more of that process, you can have it in-house, you can get people their products a lot faster. This is going to be a better e-commerce brand. And again, e-commerce in itself is a really good business model. It's just how people go about doing it. There's $1 million e-commerce businesses that make their own unique products. They have a patent for it, and they're really filling and solving a problem that's going to be there. But then there's other people who source a product from China, slap a logo on it, and sell it to people. There's no real moat around that business. So e-commerce businesses with a moat is going to get A tier. If you're able to do this correctly, you're building an actual unique product, and you're selling this to people, and you're owning everything along the way. Are you tired of juggling 30 different software tools just to keep your business running? Well, I was in the same boat, so I deleted everything and found an all-in-one solution that helped me save more than $1,000 per month. There's a much better way out there, and you can actually get started for free today. It's called High Level, one platform that has every tool in total control. It essentially replaces your CRM, funnel builder, email system, social media scheduler, calendar scheduling, marketing automation, and so much more. Even better, you can white label it, sell to your clients as your own software, and keep 100% of the profit. There's no extra user fees ever, and you can start a free trial today before it's gone. Scan the QR code on the screen or just click the link in the description to see why millions of businesses are switching to High Level. Next up is info products, and this is one of my favorite business models. Think ebooks, courses, online products, anything that you can buy and sell 1 million of them overnight, where you don't have to worry about inventory, you don't have to worry about scaling issues, even refunds and stuff like that. You don't really have to worry as much because they have the physical product or the digital product, and you can just put in your terms like, hey, they have this, they can't send it back, so I'm not going to be able to refund them. Of course, you need to figure out what's a good fit for your product and make sure that people are actually getting what they sign up for. The thing I love about this, and especially if you can turn it into a recurring business model with like coaching or communities or some type of online product. You're going to be able to create it once, sell it forever, have recurring subscriptions, have super high profit margins, and you're able to scale it as high as you want if you get marketing. The downside is, depending on the product, you can have some competition, and most people just aren't able to figure out the product market fit and how to actually market it to their core audience. But in general, info products are going to be ranked as S tier, high margins, super infinity level scaling potential, and you can set up and build a recurring business model with this. This is why I love info products. It's easy to get started, but it's hard to start and make something good and quality. And so if you want to get started making info products, I'm going to leave a link below where we have a community where we actually build an info product for you. And you can start a free trial, see how it all works. Just click the link below. Next up, we have lead gen or lead generation. This is essentially where you get leads, emails, phone numbers, signups for other businesses, local or national, and then you sell them by lead. I actually love this business model. I think it's like kind of slept on. It doesn't sound as sexy as a lot of these other things like dropshipping or software or info products. I'm going to give it an A tier. And the reason I like it is you own the traffic, you own the funnel, and you have leverage. And essentially you're solving a real problem. Most people like dentists, lawyers, chiropractors, any of these people, they aren't really good at marketing. So you're solving a problem by getting them leads and making sure these leads convert. So the way this works is, let's say you're working with dentists, you could figure out and set up a dentist website, the best dentists in St. Louis, Missouri. You have a site where it's going to actually rank for that, but usually more specifically, you're going down to the area. So let's say like where I'm from, best dentist in Wildwood, Missouri. And so it's going to be within a 30-minute radius, and you're doing marketing through ads, through SEO to actually collect these leads and getting these leads over to people. So usually it's going to be somebody who doesn't need that right away. And what you can do is you can either rank and rent those websites, or you're actually just generating the lead and then you're selling that lead over to dentists who are going to pay the highest price. So this is pretty underrated. If you know SEO or local SEO, which is called, this could be a cash cow, and it works great for local businesses, roofers, dentists, lawyers, and there's a lot of other like offline industries like plumbers, people who just don't know enough about how to make money online or just aren't tech savvy enough to do this. This can be a really good business model. And so that's why I'm going to give it an A tier. Next up is productized services or agencies. This is where you're essentially doing one thing for somebody and you're building a team around it. You can turn a custom service into a clear package with fixed pricing. Think web design, copywriting, SEO, but as a product. This is a great way for scaling a business, meaning there's less scope. You're doing one thing for one avatar, and it's a lot easier to hire and scale a team. Usually there's going to be some recurring element, and so that's why I give this an A tier. So the reason I like this, you can turn this into a high margin, high scalable business because you're offering one package to one avatar, you're solving one problem, and your team can be built around this. The downsides about this is you need to make sure you get people on recurring, and then you have some higher ticket recurring business models that you're selling and providing value to people that you can charge $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000 per month to offer these services. So essentially with this model, you're in the people business. So quality control is super important, meaning you need to hire really good talent. And that's something that I see a lot of people struggle with. It's probably the number one problem I see almost every business owner struggle with is hiring good talent and then keeping that talent. So if you're good at that, this is going to be a perfect business model for you. Last but certainly not least is software as a service, or SaaS as they call it. Again, a lot of people who know me know I'm a little biased here. I have a SaaS portfolio. I have a lot of SaaS businesses, and this is going to be S tier because I love software, and let me explain why. You build a software which has a moat because most people, to build good software, it takes a couple years and might cost $100,000 to get started. You charge a monthly fee and you keep people hooked with that ongoing value. Essentially, I love it because it's the holy grail of revenue that's recurring. You have a high lifetime value, sticky customers, and you get huge exit multiples. So after you grow business, it can basically be double or triple what you're getting on any of these other business models if it's done correctly. The downside is also the upside. It can be tough to get started, meaning it can be super expensive to build a software business. A few of my software acquisitions, to build that same software and get that market share, would have cost me this exactly what I paid for it. Would have cost more than I actually paid for it. But when I bought a business, it came with all the product market fit, 10 years of customer data, and all these low-hanging fruits to build and grow the business instead of starting from scratch, building the software, trying to launch it, try to get those customers. And with all that involved, a software business can still be a great business to start from scratch. And I've seen a lot of great businesses be built off of AI wrappers, where essentially you're putting a screen over ChatGPT, but you've built in a unique sort of instructions where it's using AI. For the average user who doesn't know how to use it, you're just making it simpler for them. So you can build a AI wrapper, but in general, what I'm recommending is building a software as a service, something that's going to be evergreen, solve real problems, and something where customers are going to keep using this. Now, if you like this video and you want to take action on building or starting your own business, I want to introduce you to the Earn From Anywhere Academy, where we essentially build you a business in a box and help you get your first customers in 60 days, guaranteed. I'll leave a link below where you can get access to a free trial. You can start, you can join, you can see what it's like inside before committing, and we'll actually be building a system and structure and website for you when you join. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you on the inside. And again, I'm going to leave a video up here that's going to help you for your next journey to making money and earning from anywhere.